Okay. Very much. Thank you. Thank you, Karen, very much.
Well, he was born right here in Alberta, and he has returned once after having quite the political career here, right here in Canada. We are now joined by Mr. Joe Clark. Thanks so much for joining us.
Very pleased to. Thank you.
So, you started off as your political career right here in Alberta. You went to the U of A. What does it feel to be back in Edmonton?
Oh, I'm delighted to be back here, although the city has changed immensely since I was a student here now more than 50 years ago. But it's a dynamic city. It was a great place for me to study.
Now, I'm looking at your book, and it says, How We Lead. Any advice for the leaders that are watching today?
Well, I hope that they will take a look at the book, but the book is also designed for citizens, because I think that there is a real opportunity for people who are engaged internationally in their own lives to have an impact upon Canada's policy.
Did you start off thinking that you were going to be an author, or how did you come to this decision that you were going to create a book?
I've written a book before. This is the second. I wanted to do this because I think there's a need for a Canadian conversation about what we can be as a country, and I hope the book will help stimulate that. There we are. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. You too. Okay. Bye-bye.
Well, you speak about Canadian and Canadian history, and you're such a part of that. When you look back on your years in Parliament, what are the moments that really stand out for you, sir?
Well, obviously, winning a national election was one. Some of the great debates we had in the House of Commons on free trade, on helping to end apartheid in South Africa, other issues stand out. I was very proud to be a member of that institution, both on the government and on the opposition side of the House. It's a vital part of our democracy, and I think it was a more active and useful place then because it was allowed to perform its function of holding a government accountable.
Now, you're thought of as one of the forefathers of the Conservative Party. What does that feel like for yourself?
Oh, I, in fact, am not a supporter of any party now. I oppose the merger that created this current party, and I have not had a political affiliation since that time.
So what does Mr. Joe Clark do now, besides writing in books?
I'm very involved in international affairs, largely in Africa, but not exclusively. I try to help governments in developing countries move forward on some of the challenges that face them. And I'm involved in a number of organizations in Canada, including a fascinating school, the Pearson College on the west coast of Canada, that draws students from literally around the world and teaches them not only what's on a curriculum, but about the diverse world we all live in.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.